All right, so I made this thinking web about the three articles for this week in literacy. And on this thinking web is quotes or things that really stood out to me as main ideas from the first article that's called What is Literacy? And so I'll just kind of walk through these. So the first one I have up here is that reading is the ability to take meaning from print, and writing is the ability to use print to communicate. Literacy is both an individual intellectual achievement and a form of cultural knowledge, which I think is what all three of these articles really encompassed this week, was that it's not necessarily just about the individual person, but it's kind of more about the culture and the people that that person is around. Down here I have literacy begins long before formal education, such as in the home, preschools, daycare, church, and etc. And personal connection, working at a daycare center for as many years as what I have ever since I was in high school. This one definitely holds true. I mean, reading and writing is something that I've worked on with kids or for many, many years, and even in the non-school setting, but in a daycare setting. So down here I have children are likely to become interested in writing and reading when they observe and participate in these activities with competent writers and readers. I definitely think that this is very accurate. My fiance's nieces, when they see us writing or talking with our hands, they like to mimic it. And so if they see us writing something down, they always like to come to the table and sit down next to us and write or slash scribble. So, but they think it's writing, and that's all that matters. And the most important reading activity for young children is being read to. I definitely like this one because I think that uh, children being read to is something that not everybody deems as important. And I remember being read to for many, many years, as far back as I can remember. My mom and my dad and I, we would always sit down and read together. And when I got old enough to read, it turned into me reading books to them and me reading books to my younger brothers. And I think that had a large part in all four of, my three siblings and I, in our love for reading. So over here I have many children. For many children, the beginnings of literacy appear in pretend play, drawing, conversations about books and characters on street signs, and familiar labels. I have done a few lessons based on environmental print, and so that kind of ties into the reading street signs or familiar labels, and kids love it when they recognize things. I think one of the best ones that I have as an example is the Kraft macaroni and cheese box. There's a lot of kids that can recognize that one. But yeah, connecting with the daycare thing again, pretend play, and just talking about the books that we're reading. There are many children, most children, can answer a lot more questions than you think they can. Even if you think, in a large group setting that so and so is not paying attention while you're reading out loud. And you would be surprised that even though they may be looking to the left or looking to the right and not at you, they're still paying attention and they can answer those questions. And then the last one I have up here is reading is the ability to take meaning from print, and writing is the ability to use print to communicate. Oh, I already have that one. Oh, well, um, let's see here. The other thing that really stood out to me too that I will change on here is that learning to read and write is a difficult and lengthy undertaking. So, I mean, as a kindergarten teacher, I've been told that with the different abilities that will come into my classroom, it may not necessarily click or happen for a child right away, and that it may be something that doesn't happen till the end of the year, or maybe it's something that they need to go to summer school for. So I think just being open to the process that reading and writing fall under is really critical and crucial. So, yeah.